Hey guys, Coach Ray here from a balcony. And this time, not in the kitchen, but from the balcony. So, we're heading into last 10 days. Maybe it's even less. So today's Tuesday, 20, what date it is? 26. So, yeah, we're very, very close. For my match versus Ryan Bowen, East versus West 4, buy the pay-per-view, support this event. Engin Terzi is doing an amazing job. I have absolutely no doubt they will improve on everything that, that wasn't to the highest standards since the last event. So link is in description. Love this sport like I love this sport. Support this sport. I'm going there to give you my all. I'm gonna give my all. So this video, and the title of this video is I competed last weekend. So we had Baltic Open 2022 here in Latvia as a part of big street festival, like extreme sport festival. We call it Ghetto Games. There was a lot of different sports like MMA, skateboard, you name it, pretty much it was there. And armwrestling was part of it. We had Baltic Open. My plan has always been like I want to compete as much as I can. Like my number one advice to everyone is compete as much as you can. If you don't compete, you cannot get better. You will never know. Like, oh, I'm not ready. Oh, I cannot compete. Like, you will. How will you know when you are ready? It's not a feeling. It's not like sometimes you feel ready and you're just terrible on that day. So for me, it was like in my mind I was like I might compete, and we talked with Jan, so like maybe I will compete, maybe not, because so I have to organize this whole event. I have to do all the stuff that organizers are doing there, plus I didn't have my secretary, so I'm gonna do the secretary responsibilities as well as announcing. So pretty much I woke up at 4 a.m. It's about 3-hour drive to get to Ventspils. That's the city where it happened. And I got there, and I'm sleepy, and I have to set everything up, and we're setting up, and the place was really nice, and there was a lot of people just coming in and changing because it's a sports festival. After us there was like football freestyle and then MMA later that day. So it's really great place, can't say enough good things, and there's some interesting future with Latvian arm wrestling together with Ghetto Games format, which is like the biggest sports movement we have here in Latvia. They started as like so if you follow Olympics or you follow everything, Latvians won 3-3 basketball gold medal in Olympics this year, and that's how pretty much it started. It's a great story, but it pretty much was like guys started playing street ball, and they're like 3 versus 3, and somehow it grew, put everything behind it with a lot of teams competing there. Then it grew internationally, and then it got to Olympics, and we had the first Olympic champions there. So that's pretty much how the Ghetto Games started, but it's much more now, and we have been working with them for years and doing a lot of different stuff. But I want to bring something different for next year, but that's not the topic of this video. I went there, we're setting everything up. It's a lot of things going around, and the competition starts, and I'm like, I should compete. I want to try my left arm. I will not compete with my right arm because that would be pretty dumb. I don't want to do that. With my left arm, I feel like if I can do good enough with my left, my right is way better now. Like everyone on tape, it's different. The strengths are different, but the right is just terribly better, and I just need that confidence. Like, what do I have? And for me, I need to warm up, and I didn't have zero warm up. I competed at 90. I weighed in like 89.7 in the morning, so I was like, I'm gonna compete 90, and then I'll try 100. So on 91st match I got was Andris Greenberg. We had some great battles with him. I lost to him. I'm like, okay. And then my boys are like, God, get aggressive, and I'm just like lay back and everything else. And then I won 2, and then I got Toms Rosīts, who was the second overall in Riga Open like a month ago. He's like terribly strong. Like, I haven't beaten his left arm, I think, in 2 or 3 months. Like, I couldn't do nothing. No top roll, no nothing. He's that good. And I was like, okay, so in my mind there's still that feeling like, how much can I give to him? I'm like, and he just ate me up, and I even tried to go inside, which I really don't do. But for me, it was like, because I know inside it's a little better to fight with him. I went inside and I lost. That's how it happened. So 100 kilo comes, and I feel like I'm a little bit warmed up, and I can be a little bit more aggressive on table and everything else, and I feel a little bit better. My arm is warmed up, and I had Anders on first. I beat Anders, then I beat I think Gunnars, someone else, and then I had final with Anders, which was a great final, one of my favorite matches ever. Like, for me at this point, like, I feel like if I can stop the match, I have good control on some aspects, I can work you out pretty easily. So with Anders, he has a lot of side pressure. He comes down. It's very hard to get him out of his arm. So he gets the shoulder inside and he's pressing down. So it's very hard. So it takes a lot of work. But we had a great match. I love that match, and I won that match. So I got third place in 90 kilo, and I got first place in 100 kilo class. Toms lost to Anders in 90 kilos, so Anders was the champ on 90, and I was the champ on left on 100 kilos. So it comes to overall, in the overall, in this competition, so in my opinion, there were 5 guys that are top 10 in Latvia with left arm, and I lost just to one. So I lost to Toms on my first match with him, because again I was like, Toms is so terrible, his hand is so good, and it's like and then I beat everyone else, and somehow I'm like, how about I'll just try my best to beat Toms with the move that I want. That's a top roll. And yeah, we set up, and I just go full back pressure as much as I can, and he kind of jumps forward. He because I feel like his hand was breaking, so he gets a big elbow foul. He comes back. And on the second start, like, I missed the start, but I was trying to do the same thing, and he kind of eats me up, and I stop him in a hook. And in that hook, like, I have a feel like I was like, I'm setting in my hook, and I was thinking, like, think about the hand control, still think about hand control. And you can see there's a small movement from me where I kind of set it deeper, and you can see it on his face where he knows, he's like, oh no. And I was like, oh yeah. So yeah. I beat Toms. He gets second elbow fall, because in a hook I was like, I have full control, like, he cannot move me anywhere. I was like, I'll try the top roll. So slowly going for a top roll, and he kind of jumps forward with me, and yeah, it was good. So and then I lost to Raimonds Liepins, which is in my opinion, and still is, and Sanders might say different, but Sanders still needs at least 10 years in the sport. For 30 years, he's the strongest guy we have. For 30 years. So losing to Raimonds, not a big deal for me. Like, happy to do that. Happy to try at least, but I really didn't want to. But yeah, for me, this competition, what showed to me that these guys are strong. Like, I know how strong they are. How much trouble they got, and with Toms is like ridiculously good. Beating Toms was one of the best moments, just because he's so damn good. I rank him really, really highly. And my right is better. I'm 110% my right's better. Oh yeah, okay, so I didn't rest. There was no resting. I was like, again, no stopping, On the last day, on a Friday, I just didn't do side pressure exercise with left. I did everything else. So I trained my wrist and everything else. So I didn't stop my training. My right, on that Saturday, on that competition day, was the only day since Dubai when my right arm was resting. So that's it. So even now I'm back, and I feel like, even though it feels like it, deload week, and I'm not going there, but feel more control on all those exercises. I feel like we talked with Tadzilla, and I'm like, I might not stop training up until like the last minute and then rest, because I'm getting better. I'm not hurting myself. I'm getting better. The weights are not asking so much. How to say? I'm not redlining on any of the weights. I'm not doing. I feel like, okay, this weight with control, with good form and everything else, and I feel like I'm still improving. Like, since the last week, I'm improved. So this is great. That's how I'm going to continue working till pretty much I'm leaving on Thursday. Last training session should be on Wednesday, and that will not be special arm wrestling. It will be more of shoulders, back, and everything else. But last arm wrestling training session should be on Tuesday, and still I'm gonna do some light work and things like that. But I feel really great. The competition gave me something that I'm like, you have to be more aggressive and you have to believe in yourself. I feel extremely good. So I'm gonna talk about Ryan in the next video, but people were asking like, why was I so angry on a fix? Like, what happened? Like, I was really tired. I was extremely tired. I have my nephew staying with us, so on that Sunday we woke up early and we did a lot of stuff with him. We went to, we did different kid things, and it was just, I was really, really tired, physically, mentally, and now I feel way better. It's because the volume is coming down. Like the exercise, like the training sessions are shorter than it was. Like usually it's like 2.5 3 hours, sometimes maybe more, but now it's shorter. So I feel like, okay, I go out, I'm like, I still have some energy left, and my arms feel really good. Like even my left, like I was arm wrestling yesterday. And I had some pretty tough matches there, with Anders alone. Like Anders is ridiculously strong. Anders has been like national champ, and he has pretty much beaten everyone. So he's one of those guys when you like, I want to have that long match, that slow match. Like easiest way to beat Anders is fast. But if I can get you on that slow, that feels way better for me, yeah. So my conditioning, I feel like it's so good that like nothing. Like after that, like the only I felt like trapezius muscle, like my traps were hurting because you kind of get in either in a hook or when I was pulling backwards, because I had like 2 big matches, and both of them like that's the only thing that was overworked. Like my forearm was great, it was pumped, but it was great. My pronator felt excellent, so I'm really happy. People sent me a message like, what happened? Are you like angry, or did the Ryan get to you? I'm like, no, I'm just really tired, guys. I can't wait for East versus West 4. I'm gonna post content daily now, talk about the matches, my matches, but my whole focus, like this time, I'm really sorry, but my focus is my match. It's nothing else. It's I don't know, it's 9 weeks, 8 weeks, it's been nothing else on my mind. I prepared myself the best way I could. I feel really good. I wanted to go down a little bit in weight, not to be this chubby, but I have to weigh 90 kilos, which I am weighing right now. Yeah, you know the rest, but it's been awesome, and I feel like the hard work that I've been putting in, it shows. Like win or lose, I feel like I'm way better than I was. Like even my left arm, which wasn't my goal at all, like that arm has been like, as great as my press was with my left arm, top roll is better. Like it's way better. And like Jeremy said, it's for the smart people. So I want to thank everyone supporting me. I will do everything I can to not let you guys down. Everything I absolutely can to not let you guys down. I want to thank everyone who was at Baltic Open. It was good competition, a lot of great matches. All of those matches you can find on Latvian Armwrestling Federation YouTube channel. It's type in Latvian Armwrestling Federation and you will see it. It's a lot of great matches, from amateurs, novices, juniors to pros and overall, and yeah, a lot of fun. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Like I'm ready to arm wrestle now. Like I don't need a day to rest. Like I feel like even though I'm training every day, this is good. Like I'm not overdoing. That's okay. I'm gonna answer to some question, because I said like I'm training really smart for this, and they're like, oh, you should be training harder. Like training smart doesn't mean I'm not training hard. I'm just not going like there's a line like right here. I'm on my balcony, so if there is no safeguard right here and I just step over that line, I fall. So all I'm doing the whole training was staying on that safeguard where I don't fall over. As soon as you fall over, your next training session will you're sacrificing your next training session. You're just kind of overdoing yourself, training too much or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it. East versus West 4 live on pay-per-view Core Sports, brought to you by the great thing in Terzi. I'll see you in Turkey. Yeah, thank you guys. Stay strong. Love arm wrestling.